As the race to vaccinate ramps up, how quickly will this vaccination effort allow us to get back to normal? Well, to get some insight on that, let's bring in our medical expert, Dr. Arnold Baskies. Great to see you, Dr. Baskies. He is the past chairman of the National Board of Directors and the American Cancer Society, as well as chair of the Global Cancer Control Advisory Council. Dr. Baskies, do me a favor, turn on the volume just a little bit if you can, so viewers can hear you more clearly. We're going to start with the first question now. Makers of the Pfizer vaccine said this past week that the real-world data from Israel suggests that COVID-19 vaccine is 94% effective in preventing asymptomatic infections. So this data has not been peer-reviewed. So why do you think it's credible? What should we take away from it? And how is it going to change what fully vaccinated people can do?
Well, Lucy, it couldn't be any better news. Yes, the data hasn't been peer-reviewed yet, but this is real-world data from Israel. Israel's a first world country when it comes to medicine, and it's leading the world in vaccination rollouts. Pfizer announced on Wednesday that the data from Israel shows that their vaccine is 94% effective in preventing asymptomatic infections. Incredibly important piece of news. It means that the vaccine significantly reduces transmission from one person to another. And the latest analysis of the Israeli data shows that the vaccine was 97% effective. Think about that, in preventing symptomatic disease, severe disease and death. Right. In addition, and this is very important, the results from Israel give us real-world evidence of the vaccine's effectiveness against the British variant of this particular virus. More than 80% of the specimens were from people who had the British variant. So it's great news, and all the more reason that everyone who is eligible should get vaccinated as quickly as possible.
Do you think this had anything to do, Dr. Baskies, with the change in the CDC guidelines as well?
I think the CDC can't ignore this information, and I'm sure they're very, very aware of it. And yes, I think it had a lot to do with it. We know that the transmission rates are going down, and part of that is because of the fact that we have these very effective vaccines out there now.
Talk about the CDC saying that those who are fully vaccinated can visit others who are fully vaccinated indoors without masks or social distancing. What about the people who aren't vaccinated yet but who have had COVID and recovered? Same rules? Do we know how long that immunity lasts?
Well, let's look at it from this perspective. Vaccination, and I hate to use this word, but vaccination makes you, the vaccinee, about as bulletproof as you can be from this virus. Right. That does not apply, however, to people who have not been vaccinated. However, this is really important. The evidence suggests that these two vaccines are effective in reducing the viral load that you could carry. So it's unbelievable how effective these vaccines are based on this data. The main question is going to be, how long are you immunized by getting the vaccines? And I'm hoping that that'll be at least a year, but we don't know yet that piece of information. But it's very clear that vaccination works. And if there are vaccination skeptics listening to this, make sure you change your mind about this. Vaccination from this virus is very effective, it's safe, and it will prevent you from getting the virus and becoming very sick. So it's very important that we all get vaccinated.
The piece on reducing your chances of carrying it is just incredible. It's really a game changer there. Dr. Baskies, thank you so much. We'll see you shortly again, and we always love having you on the show. Appreciate you.
Great to see you also.